What's good with y'all, man? It's Tomorrow123T, and in today's Anime Vanguards video, we get our first looks at Vegito. A huge shout out to Anime Vanguards, they've been going crazy lately, and a huge shout out to this content creator Shrine. They posted on their official Anime Vanguards YouTube channel that Shrine's over here showcasing Vegito, showing his kits, his passive and stuff like that. And I looked through his channel, he does this all the time. He breaks down like the units and stuff like that, the passives and how they work, and basically how you use the unit to their full potential. So a huge shout out to Shrine, huge shout out to Anime Vanguards, man. Y'all show him some support. Go check out his channel after y'all get done with this video. Show him some love. I'm glad the community is supporting you. Glad Anime Vanguards is supporting you. I love this type of community, man. So with that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's get straight into the video. All right, now that we made over here to the official Anime Vanguards YouTube channel, like I said, Shrine has some music playing. I muted it. I don't know if it's copyright or not, and also he doesn't talk in the video, so I'm just gonna be pausing the video every once in a while just to basically kind of read the stats and passages and stuff like that. I can't stand people that always pause the video every 5 seconds, so I'm not gonna pause the video too much. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. I can't wait, bro. I'm excited. Look at that Goku. They look so clean, man. They look so clean. And they're like a tag unit, bro. It's crazy. Okay, in this video, I will explain the hope of the universe, the hero arrives, here it comes. Hope of the universe, the villain arrives, the Prince of Pride, and then the strongest fusion. All right, enough. As we can see, there's Goku right here. Allow me to introduce you to Roku and Vegeta. This is so, man, the breakdown W Shrine, man. Y'all go show that man some support, bro. The breakdown is tough. They are a unique tag team based unit that is packed with a variety of abilities. Okay. Basically, we're going to be checking them out, seeing what they can do and everything like that. He's going to be breaking it down. I love this. So now everybody's going to know to basically just go for Goku and Vegeta. Every time this unit attacks, his swap meter builds up. So he has a swap meter just like Dragon Ball Legends or even on Dokkan Battle where you can swap between them. Upon filling the swap meter, you unlock his swap ability. Okay, it's a core feature of his kit. So basically, swapping is going to be his like main feature. Perfect. Use this ability to transform your unit into his counterpart. Okay, cool. So you can switch between Goku or Vegeta. Nice. Allowing you to utilize both forms mid-battle. See, this is like perfect, bro. It reminds me of like Metal Cooler when it was like Goku and Vegeta versus. This is tough, bro. A tag unit. Both forms trigger a temporary buff every time they swap. Okay, so Goku does something and Vegeta does something. When you swap to Vegeta, they always make him like a defensive type. So let's see what that works. He probably like a deep. Okay, he slows nearby enemies in his range for several seconds. Yeah, okay. So minus 30% for 40 seconds and 40% for 10 seconds. Okay. And his SPA is lowered temporarily. Yeah, see, they always make Vegeta the support kind of defensive unit, and then Goku's like the all attack unit. That's always how it is. In contrast, when you swap to Roku, he's gonna be like a damage dealer. Watch, probably with the Spirit Bomb nuke. He stuns nearby enemies in his range for a few seconds. Okay. Plus 50% for 40. Okay, for 40 seconds. And then, okay, stuns for 2 seconds. Not bad. And gains a temporary damage buff. Yeah. We've seen that Spirit Bomb. I'm pretty sure that's going to be like a nuke or something like that. They always have like Vegeta on standby. And then you have Goku that dropped the Spirit Bomb. So keep in mind these effects when swapping. Okay. So Vegeta can slow units and, okay, decreases SPA. And Goku's like all damage. Damage with the stun. They could be the key to controlling the flow of the battle. The flow like Blue Lock. Okay, strategically timing the swap could be vital, okay, in the most crucial moments. Okay. It's interesting. Like I said, okay, let's go ahead. We're going to pause. This is the first time we're going to pause. Like I said, 2 minutes we pausing. He's the hope of the universe. The hero arrives, and then here it comes. If no enemies in this unit's, okay, unit's range, basically he'll start gaining damage and range at a rate of 1% per second up to 100%. Once his unit attacks, okay, his value resets to 100. So Goku basically every second gains 1%. Up to 100%, and once he attacks, it resets again. Okay. So if no units are in Goku's range, he'll build up attack like 1% per second, and once he hits 100%, that's the max that he gets, and then he'll just basically either he'll hit his value reset or he has to hit a unit and it'll reset. Not bad at all. Okay, and like I said, Goku gains the little gauge, feels by 20%, and you can swap, and then he's basically the damage dealer right there with a stun. And then the hope of the universe, the villain arrives, the Prince of Pride. Every time this unit Every time he attacks, he gains plus 2% damage, up to 40%. This value carries over between swaps and fusions. Okay, so Vegeta just builds it up. Okay, he builds up damage over time. His doesn't reset. Goku builds up damage over time when there's no enemies on the map. Okay, bet. In their final passive, it decides the roles each form take on. Okay. Basically, okay, interesting. So for Goku, I'm thinking, like I said, he's going to go like a Spirit Bomb path. He plays a role as a heavy hitter. Always plays a role of a heavy hitter. He always does. All right, cool. Especially with that Super Saiyan 3. If no enemies are in his range, he passively builds strength every second. Okay, so yeah, he was breaking it down. There was no need for me to really pause the video too much. He was already breaking it down. Okay, cool. However, this progress is reset whenever he attacks. All right, cool. So he can really just build up damage. He can just stack it up. You can basically place Goku a little bit further back in the map and just let him like get fully maxed out and then just go crazy. When Goku's upgrades are maxed, he unlocks an ability to unleash a nuke. I told y'all, he's always doing it. And Vegeta pulls up. I'm telling you, he always holds them off for that 1 minute, bro. He always does. Upon activation, Roku leaves battle for a few minutes to charge his speed. I'm gonna just start saying Goku. Yeah, he changed it, okay, to a spirit bomb. While Goku charges up, Vegeta takes his place on the field. Okay, and the swap mechanic is disabled while he's doing the nuke. So he's just building up for that 1 minute. After his spirit bomb is charged, he unleashes it across the entire map. That's so tough, man. That's so tough. It says charges nuke for 3 minutes. It's a 3-minute nuke. Interesting. If you ever want to deal powerful bursts of damage, Roku's your guy. So like I said, Goku's always going to be the damage dealer. He's tough. Then for Vegeta, he's always like the defensive type. But he can slow, so that's going to be real interesting. The tower defense game, that's really good. He plays a very unique and specialized role. They say he keeps the buffs too as well. Okay. 2% damage. Okay, max. For each attack, Vegeta gains a small damage buff. Like I said, he goes with the 40%. So every attack he does is plus 2% up to 40% max. Alright. And this damage buff stays permanent regardless of his form. So if you switch him out or do whatever you're going to do every time he gets those attacks in, I would say start with Vegeta first and just do the attacks. So while Goku is farming damage, okay, wait, no, Goku's damage may seem tempting to use. It would be wise to leave Vegeta on the field for some time to maximize his full potential. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's best to just leave Vegeta there till you fully max him out, then switch to Goku. That's what I would think. After enough swaps at max upgrade, so he's going to be the one to fuse in Vegito then. He has to be. Yep, Vegeta unlocks an ability to evolve into a new form. And it looks like the red around the boxes of them, they're going to be secret units. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So they should have a cosmetic and everything like that too. I don't know exactly what it'll be, but that'll be really cool. Upon activation, Vegeta fuses to Goku. Okay. And performs and permanently transforms into a new ultimate form, Super Vegito. Okay, bet. Upon arrival, he gets a major buff. So we're just going to go over his buffs really quickly. The strongest fusion. On entry, gain a plus 100% damage for 40 seconds. So as soon as he spawns in, for the first 40 seconds, he gets plus 100% damage. Once 40 seconds has elapsed, gains 20% damage, decrease SBA by 20%, and increase range by 20%. Attacks ignore enemy dodge chance. So after he loses his little 100% damage for 40 seconds, he gains a 20% damage boost, 20% SBA, and 20% range off the bat. Then he has, all right, or Yosha. If an enemy would attack an ally, it attacks this unit instead. Anytime this unit is attacked, it increases its range by 3% up to 30%. Attack inflicts ruptures. Okay, so he won't even attack. So when the boss enemies and all the units attack, they're going to be hitting Vegito, basically. So just like Dokkan Battle, it's just going to touch him, basically. It's like a targeting system. Then he has enough. Attacks ignore 50% of the enemy's damage reduction. Anytime an enemy attacks or applies a status effect on this unit, performs a counter attack on that enemy. My boy got counters too, just like Dokkan Battle. That's what I'm saying. So basically, in Dokkan Battle, when you start off and you fuse into Vegito, like you can do his special ability, you'll do it. Then all the enemies will attack Vegito, and once you attack him, he has a counter attack. So that's perfect. It's just like Dokkan Battle, just like the anniversary that just passed. That's cool with Vegito and Gogeta. Cool. His attacks double in damage, but only for a limited duration. Okay, duration. And like I said, I ain't no L reader or nothing like that. I'm just I'm excited and trying to read this, so I'm a little bit overstimulated. You know what I'm saying? No, this buff only happens once. Okay. However, when this buff expires, all the stats are greatly increased. Yeah, we seen that. Plus 20% damage, plus 20% SP, and 20% range after that. Yeah, like I said, they doing something crazy. Like, you're going to have to really interact with this. Like, you can't just, like, put them down and just play the game. You're actually going to have to keep switching and kind of figuring out which route you want to take. His attacks gain 3 additional effects. I'm thinking Goku might be, like, more for, like, I would say just like nuking or something, because 3 minutes, I would say like he's just more like for short content possibly. And Vegeta, depending on how it fuses and how much money you need to do everything, I think Vegito might be more for like infinites. And he will ignore half of the enemy's resistance. So like those long 30 stages and stuff like that, I think that's where Vegito shines. On shorter stages, I think that's probably what Goku, you just want to do as much damage as you can do. He has defense capabilities. Enemies targeting his allies will not target Vegito instead. Yep, so when those bosses be trying to stun your units, usually you should just attack him. And then when Vegito himself is attacked, he gonna get mad and counterattack. He immediately counters and gets a small buff in his range. Yep, up to 30%. This is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. Okay, these reactive elements add a unique layer of defense. Yeah, I'm saying you really gonna have to pay attention to what you're doing. Like, they're gonna get you to interact with this tower defense game, enabling him to protect his allies and retaliate against threats at the same time. Yeah, Vegito is basically who you want to go for, but I bet he's gonna be grinded to get, man. Super Vegito can provide A strong foundation to the team. Okay. He embodies his role as the ultimate fusion of both offense and defense. That's what I'm saying. He's going to be a tough little unit to have, man. You definitely going to want Monarch on him. Overall, this unit's entire kit encourages active engagement. Yeah, I told you, you're going to have to play the game. You're going to have to pay attention. What you want to prioritize fusing into Vegito? Yep. That's so clean. Just like Dokkan Battle. That's so clean. Or play, okay, taking advantage of both Goku and Vegeta's passives. Interesting. So like I said, you're going to have to interact with this one. How do you want to approach the battle is entirely up to you. So Goku for damage dealing, Vegeta if you just want to play his passives and just kind of go from there. And then basically you want to play Vegeta if you want to go into Vegito, and Goku just for doing damage and possibly building up his Spirit Bomb. Thanks for watching. Like I said, W Shrine right there, man. Y'all go check out his channel and whatnot. W Anime Vanguards for giving him the opportunity to like break down the video and whatnot. And like I said, I'm excited. I cannot wait for the update. I might even give away a couple battle passes and whatnot too as well. So make sure y'all pull up to that. I might even do a 12-hour live stream. Y'all make sure y'all there for that. Don't miss out on that, man. It's been Tomorrow 123T. I can't wait for this update to drop. And I'm out.